You have some very good spinners in your team. New Zealand's got a huge lineup. So you think you'll measure up? Your spinners will measure up with them. How was the wicket like?
Well, I think yes, we do have good spinners, but still you have to bowl well, and you still you have to bowl in the right area. And definitely they have a good batting lineup, and I think you can't really much think about the opposition a lot. You have to think about yourself, what you can do best on the day, what is your best game, and what you can do the better on this condition. And wicket looks good. I think looks good to bat on, but still the experience you have of the playing a lot in IPL and here, I think you have to use that experience here and where you can bowl the best to the batter. So it's going to be a good game.
Rashid, a lot of talk about this particular group being the group of death because there's 3 teams and only 2 qualify. Do you think, look at it that way, or is every T20 normally a group of death anyways?
Well, in World Cup, that's where it goes. You don't think you don't get the things easily. And it's always very tough, and that's the beauty of T20 cricket. You hardly get the easy things. Like you have to pass through the tough lines to achieve something bigger. And I feel like that's something which is challenge for us. If you want to achieve bigger things, we have to go through tough routes. And yeah, we have tough oppositions, but still you have to keep that belief in yourself and keep pushing yourself in the ground. As we have done in the 24 World Cup, we have beaten big teams, and I think the confidence is there, but it's just about making sure we do the right things at the right time, and more importantly, we enjoy cricket.
And that's my second question is, you've gone to ICC tournaments, reached semi-finals till now. Do the boys really believe that they have it in them to take that next step, actually win those crucial games in the semi-final, the final, then pick up the trophy?
Well, before going to 24 World Cup, we haven't set the target for ourselves. That semi-final is the target. The target was to play good cricket, good brand of cricket. What we can do that we make that things harder for the opposition team, and what are the areas we need to improve where we can beat the opposition side. So I feel like those are the areas we are focusing on. Is the same for this World Cup as well. We don't really set the target for ourselves. I don't mind where we finish, but as long the energy remains on top in the ground, the effort remains on top, and in the body language, I feel like that's for me more important than winning and losing the game. So as a team, that's the mindset. We go against any opposition, put that 200% effort, and then we see the result.
In this World Cup, lot of new teams have joined. Namibia, USA. How do you feel about that? And in Afghanistan, younger generation players, what is their continuity?
It's always good to have more teams in the World Cup. That's why lots of nations comes in, and so you see lots of talent, new talent, which we haven't seen it. And different teams comes in, they give tough time to the opposition teams, and I think that's how World Cup becomes bigger and bigger, where more countries comes into it. It doesn't matter if you losing or winning the game, but you show to the world like we're capable of beating any side anytime, as long you have that belief. So plus second question was Afghanistan young generation. It's good to see them they're taking the responsibility in performing, and some good youngster, promising youngster coming up. Will take a little bit time, but definitely it's going to be a huge for Afghanistan cricket in future.
Rashid, first off, all the best for tomorrow's game. Afghanistan has been doing pretty well in the recent years, including the 24 World Cup. You spoke about how well you've progressed as a team. But the tag of underdogs is not gone away. How do you see that? Do you see that as a motivation, or do you see that you've moved past that underdogs stage?
Well, that's just the media discussion. I think, we never talk about those things. It's good for the media, I think, where people just love it, calling different names to different team. It's something which nowadays is just a kind of rules and regulation. You give different name to different teams. Sometimes you perform, you become number 1. When you don't perform, you become number 2, and number 3, and number 10. it all depends on what you do in the middle. You get that names what you do in the middle. And for me, like, not much believing on these things. Like, we can be like a team to upset people or things like that. I don't really trust these things. Like, as long you are fully committed in the ground, giving 100%, you will be the best team. Doesn't matter you lose as well, but you will still, people will see like you put the effort on and you had all the efforts there in the ground. And I think that's more important. But the tags you get, it's just like a media stuff. Like, it's I don't know, it's something different which I can't really much talk about it. But definitely when you growing up slowly and you start beating big teams, I think the expectation goes bigger as well from you. And 10 years, 12 years ago, you wouldn't thought that Afghanistan will have reached to semi-final. And even for us, just participating in the World Cup was the biggest thing. But now it's not just about like participating. And you have enough skills to beat the team, but as long you are very strong mentally and physically and you put the efforts in the ground.
See, back home, you don't have that many tournaments like you have in India. Age groups still, in India we have a lot of tournaments. How do you keep your skill sets intact? And how is that Afghanistan keeps producing quality spinners on a routine manner?
Well, we don't have much cricket in Afghanistan, to be honest, especially shorter format. We have 4-day cricket, but not much of the white ball cricket. And then sometime for you as a captain, it becomes very hard to pick the team because you don't have much of the options right there. Like in India, lots of tournaments happening every day and you see lots of talents there and you have so many options, so much competition. For me, what we're missing at the moment is competition, and I think that's so important for every team. When you have competition, you will try your best, you will work very hard. Anybody from Afghanistan wants to play for Afghanistan spinner, he knows what should I do, what is the level to compete with Rashid, to compete with Noor, to compete with Mujib. The target is set up very high and I have to work very hard. And I feel like if we get that kind of competition in the batting as well, we're going to go to different level. But it's just about, it only comes when you have a very strong domestic cricket. You have lots of competition back home. That's where you can get the talent. And I hope we focus more on our domestic cricket, where we get more opportunity for the youngster to showcase their talent, and then you bring it up to the national team. Hopefully that happens, but whatever you see on TV, I think it's all just a natural talent. And we haven't gone through lots of tough cricket, especially in domestic. Cricket is a little bit easier, but once we make that harder, I think it's going to become more easier for us in international cricket.
Rashid, you're on the cusp of 700 T20 wickets. What is it like to be on top of the mountain like that, with records that are barely believable at your fingertips?
Feeling nalla. Good feeling. I feel to be someone at that time. Like, I only played 9-10 years of international cricket overall, and then to be someone leading wicket taker, it's something more than a dream for me. T20 cricket came, I don't know, 2004-05, where players playing and played a lot. But for me to achieve that was something very special. But I never counted my wickets. I only knew it in the media. Okay, I have reached to 400, 500, 600. But I really didn't think about it much. I only tried my best every single day. I have to keep perform well for the team. I have to pick up wickets. I want to bowl in a tough situation where team needs, and that made me focused. But what I achieved, I still sometimes thinking like 700 wicket is not something small. Getting there, it needs lots of time and lots of hard work. But I'm blessed. and I'm so happy that reaching that milestone, and hopefully we'll make it to 7,000.
Hi, Rashid.
Oh, sorry.
You spoke about like the main spinners, yourself, Mujib, Noor, and even Ghazanfar coming along. So even after the main line, like there is Arab Gul who did very well with you in the ILT20. So even the under-19 spinners are coming around. So how happy are you to see the next line of spinners following yourself, Noor, and Ghazanfar?
Well, pretty much happy. You know, as I mentioned, like for us, like, you know, there is lots of competition. You know, everyone you have in the back. You know, someone who is performing really well, and that's something which is quite pleasing to see. You know, for me as well, especially like all the youngsters. If I'm not playing tomorrow, if I'm not there, we have the backup and we have the options where they can come up with the good skills and do well for the team. And like you mentioned, Arab Gul, there is Kais Ahmad who is ready, you know, who is performing really well. Mujib is not there. We have Ghazanfar, we have Wahidullah Zadran who is doing well in under 19. Then Noor Ahmad, we have Waqar Salam Khel, and like everyone is having like a perfect backup. So which is great, and it made us push a lot. It makes us like to work very hard. You know, if we don't take things seriously, they are the one who's gonna step in. You know, if you don't perform in cricket, you can't be just playing. Like, you know, I don't think so nowadays. Name should be like always there. I think if you're not performing, youngster will have more hunger than you and will have more commitment than you. So you have to step back and give him an opportunity. So that's why we have to keep pushing ourselves, and that's why I set the target of 7,000.
Rashid bhai, some days do you and the team ever talk about, you know, having this dream of playing in Kabul in front of your own spectators, so to speak?
Yes. That's bigger than the World Cup, to be honest, for me and for the team and every individual. Like, you know, for us, that we play an international game in Afghanistan, and then all the media, all these people will see how people back home in Afghanistan are, how they welcoming international players and how they enjoying cricket. And you know, that's something which is more than a dream, to be playing international cricket in your own country. When we play IPL here, when you play an international game, we see how much their international stars are supported by the local fans, and how much they give them love. Like, we get so much love. You know, I'm not saying we don't get love here, but whenever we play here, we get lots of love and lots of support. Especially, you know, playing in IPL and then also World Cup we have got a huge amount of support. We haven't felt like being away from Afghanistan. But when you play in your own country, it's a kind of different feeling, and world will see the country Afghanistan as well, you know, how beautiful it is. But hopefully one day we make that possible, that international team comes and they play cricket there.
Rashid, as the biggest ambassador of cricket in Afghanistan, how eager or would you like to see your women representing Afghanistan cricket team and coming out and playing ICC tournaments?
Who?
Women from Afghanistan.
Women's team. Oh, well, definitely, you know, I feel like that's a kind of criteria for I think being a full member, I think so. You know, the ICC, the Afghanistan Cricket Board, you know, they have the better idea, but we love to see anyone representing Afghanistan on any stage. It's a huge, proud moment, and you're representing your country. So, but definitely, yes, I think it's all about the decision to be taken by the ACB and ICC. You know, sometimes things as a player you don't have much in the control, and we only think about the controllable things, you know. But in this situation, we are in a kind of situation where you can't really much have say in it. But yes, the support you have there, it's always there. But bigger people comes in and they take the decision, and they take it forward.